All right, people. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Inmate News, and we do have more news today. So this one here, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce this person's name, but it is the case is going to be in the United States Supreme Court. So that is the court, of course, the top of the line there. What they say pretty much goes. So the case we're going to be talking about today is U.S. United States versus RAMI. Don't ask me to pronounce that. So this case is actually pertaining to he was charged, and I didn't even know this was a federal charge, but he had got a restraining order, I guess, for some reason, domestic violence or something, I think, and due to that, so never a conviction or anything, just a restraining order alone, and apparently you cannot possess a firearm if you have gotten a restraining order due to domestic violence or something else. So he had gotten that and had purchased a gun, I guess, at some point, caught with a gun, and was convicted of that and found guilty. And he's appealed this, and this has reached the United States Supreme Court. We've been talking about a couple of these cases, like Bullock. This one here, some of the differences in this one here is this one's at the Supreme Court level. So, again, what they rule would be the law of the land. And I believe we'll see what you guys. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know which way you think it's going to go. If they're going to agree with this guy here and say, hey, that was wrong. You can't be charged. Second Amendment supersedes. You have your gun rights. You cannot be. I think this is an easy one. If you ask me, this was a super easy one. You're taking Second Amendment rights based on a restraining order. Like, really? Like, I so this is we're looking for. I'm actually me. I want to see a real case of say like a battery or even a violent crime, something person done their time, whatever reason, you get convicted of this. I want to see what the Supreme Court's going to say on that as far as convicted felons able to get their rights back. But I do think this will start to crack at the foundation of stuff, because I believe they're going to rule in this guy's favor. So this is going to be a favorable case for us who want our rights back, convicted felons. And it's not, again, it's not strictly on convicted felons, but again, I believe it starts to chip away at that foundation. Because once you say, okay, you see that that's been done wrong down here with this restraining order thing, and then some of the other steps, I think you'll just slowly chip away. Well, a non-violent offense, well, is that make your Second Amendment rights gone for the rest of your life? I would say no. Hey, a violent offense, even if it's a violent offense, if you've done your time, in my opinion, when you've done your time, especially some argue, even if you want to argue probation, everything, if you've done all your sentence, rights should be immediately restored. That's my take on it, and I think we have a pretty good case of maybe the Supreme Court doing something about this. This case here will not remedy it, but this will be an interesting case to see. Some of the other details here, let me see. I told you about the restraining order. This is going to be set for oral arguments on November 7th. So we'll try and follow that and see how these oral arguments look. But set for oral arguments for November 7th, and then hopefully we'll get a ruling. I don't know how many months after that, but we should get a ruling on this to see which way this goes. Tell me, guys, because we've got a lot of people in the comments that have been commenting on some of the other videos pertaining to this issue. A lot of people with a lot of info and insight into these type of things have been following several of these cases. Whether it's the case in the Fifth Circuit, the Bullock case out of Mississippi, just several of these. So y'all are real, a lot of y'all on this channel are very knowledgeable. So let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think this will be upheld? Or how do you think the Supreme Court is going to rule on this issue? Just let me know about that. And if you are a convicted felon or like that, and you're waiting on some of these, issues, or wanting to get your gun rights back, put that down in the comments, what state that you're representing. A lot of people have asked me, like, how do you go about getting your gun rights back if they have been taken? Each state is different. So some states do have steps and programs you can take to get your rights back. They may say, hey, after 5 years or after 10 years of clean, no more trouble, you can then apply for a pardon, or you can then apply to have your gun rights back. So some states do that. Each state's different. What you want to check with is your governor's office of the state you're in, and see what type of states or type of program or steps that you need to take to get your gun rights back. Some, they don't have any, just can't do it, period. But some do have steps, so that's what you want to look into until the Supreme Court rules on this. Hopefully they'll rule saying, hey, Second Amendment supersedes all of this. You cannot stop a convicted felon from having a gun. His gun rights are not go on for the rest of his life because somebody got a felon. So that's pretty much it on that one. Just wanted to go over that real quick with you guys. Again, that was U.S. versus RAMIMI in the United States Supreme Court. So, and I'm visually impaired. So if you're wondering like why is this idiot putting the thing up to his eyes like that, I'm visually impaired. So I'll put it really close to my eyeball to read. So that's another story. I do appreciate everybody. We've already reached over 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed, comment, hitting that thumbs up button. When you hit that thumbs up button, it really pushes it out. It helps the channel and it brings more notice to this area that we're focusing on and trying to get some attention put on. So please keep doing that with the thumbs up button and commenting and all of that. That's going to do it for this one, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you guys so much.